Hello everybody. I know it's been a long time, but welcome back again to my channel, Homestead Rewind. I have been taking a break. Sometimes you get a burnout when you're doing YouTube, and so much is going on here at the farm, and has been for the past couple of years, that it just is hard to find time to record and to get the stuff done that we feel pressured that we need to get done. You're looking at one of our big projects that we've just started. We are going to make a cabin out of this 1970s trailer, and it's going to be quite an interesting ride. I'll take you inside and show you what it looks like now. You can see this is the front door. We're getting ready this weekend to replace the doors, and I'm going to show you how I'm fixing up doors that we got for free. So as you can see, all the floor in this has basically been redone. We've had to repair just a few spaces. Look at this back door. This is this weekend's project, getting these doors replaced, and some of the walls have leak damage that's going to have to be fixed. Don't you love it? Green tub, blue toilet, green sink. Yeah, that's got to go. This is the bedroom, and I have it pretty much prepped for painting. We ripped out a closet here just to make more room in here, and we noticed this. And the funny thing is, I don't know if it came that way or what happened there. It's a vent pipe for the bathroom, and Jay's got to build a box around that for me before I paint this room. I'm really excited because I have a new paint sprayer that I want to use, and I'm hoping to see how that all works out. But yeah, the living room kitchen area is nice, big, and open area. And of course the camper will be moved and you'll be looking down over the farm, but those big windows are fantastic. Most of the windows are in really great shape. I think they've been replaced at some point in time. We've already started some of the renovation. The very first thing we felt that was important was getting a roof put on it. And so a couple of weekends ago, Jay, Jesse, and William got up there and got the roof knocked out. One of the other things that we've already taken care of is running new PEX water lines. We got the old galvanized pulled out from underneath the trailer and put these in. And then we had the next thing was that the underbelly of this had no insulation, and all of the stuff to hold the insulation was falling apart. You can see some of it still over there in a pile. We ripped out all the ductwork, which was full of rats' nests. And I was worried that if we left that, it would stink. We're not going to use ductwork anyway because we are going to use wood heat. But we had them come in and spray foam the bottom of this, and that only cost us about $1,100. This is where the breaker box currently is. We're going to flip that around so that it is accessed from the inside. And we do have electricity going to it. We're just not sure if the 50 amp service that we have it plugged into is going to be enough. For now, we just have it plugged into the electric box that we had for the second camper site that we made on the property originally. So as you can see, the doors are in terrible shape that come with the trailer. We just don't like them at all. This area is too small. Jay's afraid he's going to hit his head on it, which is the whole reason he's anxious to get out of the camper. So we're going to put a bigger door here in the front. The back door is in horrible condition. It just needs to go to a burn pile somewhere. And so we're going to be replacing that too. Also, you seen earlier the inside wall, all of that's got to be replaced in there. As we went to look for doors, we realized, man, they are very expensive, especially if you want to buy them in the casing, and both of the casings have to be replaced. So I posted on Facebook that I was looking for some used doors, and just to see if anybody had them. And lo and behold, Jay's best friend said, "I've got some, I'll fix you right up." So we got these doors for free. We really appreciate him. He helped put the casement, I don't know how you call it. I've been told 300 times and I still can't remember, but the casing around the door, he helped rebuild all of that and make sure that the threshold, I guess that's what you call it, the bottom plate on the door was all together, and fixed it up and got us sent down the road. Now I want to go ahead and continue to work on them and make them look really pretty. This is the back door. This will be the door that we're replacing in the back house. The big window, I can look down if something's, I'll be able to look down and check and see if something's after my animals. Real easy to, monitor what's going on the farm. But the one thing that I hate about this door is these grids. And you can see it's all yellowed and ugly. Even if you painted the door, the grid's still ugly. And I want to remove these out of this door. I don't like cleaning around them. You can't, and why would you limit your vision? I don't understand why people use these kind. I guess they think it looks nice, but I want a clear, clean view of what's going on. So I'm going to show you today the method that I've come up with to get this grid out of this door. The plastic is not attached to the window at all around where the grid is. The only place you have it attached is this casing right around here, the seal. Again, I don't know the proper terms. Not used to using them, so I can't remember. Maybe you guys can put it in the comment. I'm sure my husband's going to remind me what it's called. But this piece that goes all the way around here stays, because that's what holds the window in place. And we're going to try and just paint that after I get this grid removed. But the grid is not attached in any way, except for this frame around the edges. So, plastic, and this is an old soldering iron my son had found up at the house, and I'm heating it up right now, and I've already done the other side, so I do know that this will work. Those of you that are looking at me like I'm crazy, it does work, and it works really good actually to remove the grid out of the door. So once this gets heated up, I will come back and show you how I actually remove the grid from the door. Okay, this is really, really hot, and I'm doing this outside, and if you guys ever decide to melt plastic, I want you to do it outside, because this stuff, you can just smell the toxicity in it. So I've got well-ventilated area, and even then, if I get to smelling it too much, I step back until it calms down a little bit. I don't want to breathe a lot of that. But what I'm doing is very gently taking a straight line, just slowly melting. And you have to be patient. You can't get excited about this process, because it has to have time to melt. And just up and down, slowly going through, cutting it basically like cutting a piece of cake. And I'm trying to stay as even as I possibly can, but the plastic has a mind of its own and it melts just however it wants. It's not a big deal though, because I will come back with my palm sander and gently get in there and sand that down smooth. Did this on the other side. But I'm trying to melt it down as far as I can. Now that I've got that, I'm just going to turn it over. You notice there's a little peak that tips. I'm going to go back the other way with that pointed up and get right along the glass. And now, I've got one down. Several to go. Look at that. This is what's hiding underneath that grid. This is why I don't like grid. Just don't want it. All right, now I'm going to get my palm sander out and sand everywhere where I took and melted the plastic out just to smooth it down and try to get it to blend in with this frame. Oh, and by the way, that took me less than 15 minutes. The palm sander, 120 grit is what I'm using. Probably would not want to go much more, just in case of accidentally maybe scratching the glass or taking too much out of this plastic. So I'm just going to do the 120 grit. Okay, so far I am in to this door about a total of about 35 minutes. And I already, like I said, I already did the other side. It took me a little bit longer because I was trying to figure out how I was going to do it. And I was just so nervous about using that sander so close to the glass. But I got some muscle memory there, and this side only took me about 35 minutes. And now the really probably long part of my job today is going to be cleaning it, because I'm definitely getting out the power washer for this. There's just a lot of grime. Plus I want to spray away any loose or flaking paint that might be on this door. I am going to go through and sand it though before I paint it, but this will just be an initial cleaner up job. Okay, that looks much better. I'm gonna let it dry, and I'll do the other side whenever I have someone here to help me turn it over. It's pretty heavy. You can see a little better now maybe where I removed the grid. And I may come back through and use the soldering iron to heat it up and kind of smooth that out a little bit with a putty knife, just to make it smoother and less noticeable. But honestly, for free, I think it's all right. I think that's going to be great. And when I come back to paint it, I will pop my camera on and show you how I do that.